Hello everybody, and welcome back to Certified Collectibles. This is another episode of First Appearance of the Week. This is Wednesday, August 31st, 2022. We'll be giving you all the first appearance in your comic shops today. Now this week we have a super short video for you guys. I think the shortest video we've ever put out for this series. We have 6 titles on all to go through, 4 first appearances, 2 honorable mentions. So super short video, but definitely some books in here you want to pick up for your collection. So let's go ahead and get started for the first appearances of the week ending September 2nd, 2022. First up from DC Comics, DC Saved by the Bell Rev #1. This features the first appearance of Sydney, an ally of Tim Drake and John Kent. Now, like we always say with these DC titles, it really depends on what DC does with these characters they're introducing into the comics. You know, in this particular title series, Saved by the Bell Rev, we really don't know much about this series, and even if it's an ongoing series or not, maybe this is just a one-off, we really don't know, and the fact that DC is introducing a character into this particular title series, you know, this one here, to us, sounds like a B-list item. So this one here, we think you have some time on. Put it on your B-list for now, but keep an eye on it. Next up from Marvel Comics, Gambit #2. This features the first appearance of Solars, a business mogul. Now, we typically always say pick up any first appearance of new characters in Marvel titles, but this Gambit series, not necessarily one of Marvel's strongest or more heavily collected titles, and this features the first appearance of a new character within this particular title series. So we really don't know about this character. It really depends on what Marvel does, but you know, Marvel has a tendency to pull a lot of B or supporting characters out of these comics and throw them on the big screen or small screen and really blow up these characters or interest in these particular characters. It's often a good idea to pick these up at the cover price, just a spec on. It really depends on what Marvel does with this character, but for the cover price, you know, you don't want to end up paying more for these later on. Pick this one here up to spec on. If you can't get them all, put on your B-list, but take a look at it later on. Next up from Marvel Comics, Thunderbolts #1. This features the first appearance of Guts and Glory. It also features the first appearance of Egro, the Unbreakable. The new Thunderbolts roster is Hawkeye, Spectrum, American Chavez, Power Man, Persuasion, Guts and Glory, Egro, the Unbreakable. So this one here, once again, this is the premiere issue of Thunderbolts, well, the new roster of Thunderbolts, and this does feature the first appearance of a few new characters. Like I said, in our opinion, it's always worth picking these up for the cover price to spec on, and this one here does have a few first appearances in it. So go ahead and pick this one here up if you can. If you can't, put it on your B-list, but keep an eye on it. And finally from Boom Comics, Power Rangers Unlimited Death Ranger #1. This features the first appearance of Sister Supernova. Now, with any of the Power Ranger titles, we always recommend picking this up. You know, Power Ranger is still a huge franchise, huge collector base, huge fan base. Anytime there's a new character introduced in the comics, these are ones you want to own at the cover price. $3 or $4, you could be sitting on a winner. You know, Power Ranger is still going strong after all these years, and this here is the first appearance of a new character. So go ahead and grab this one here for your collection. And now for the honorable mentions. From Scout Comics, Forever Forward #1. A scientist accidentally launches himself and his friends into a quantum time space where they must continue to travel into the future until they find the technology to make it back to their home timeline. Now, Scout Comics has had a lot of their titles picked up in the past for small screen and big screen projects, and this one here sounds like it can lend itself very well to a feature film streaming series or TV show. So in our opinion, this one here is definitely worth picking up the spec on. Go ahead and grab this one here for your collection. And finally from Marvel Comics, Amazing Fantasy 1000. This features a reintroduction of the Witch Queen. Now this one here we do recommend picking up for your collection, not because of the reintroduction of the Witch Queen, but because this is Amazing Fantasy 1000. You know, this is Amazing Fantasy, Spider-Man on the cover. As you all know, unless you've been living under a rock somewhere, Amazing Fantasy 15 was the first appearance of Spider-Man. So this one here, we do expect a lot of collector interest on. This is one you do want to own at the cover price. Make sure you pick this one here up for your collection. So there you have the 6 titles that we have for you guys this week. Super short video, but definitely a couple of books in there you want to add to your collection. Please feel free to drop some comments in the comment section below. Thumbs up if you like this video. And as always, please remember to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you for joining us here at Certified Collectibles, and we'll see you again next time.